Hello.
Greetings. We're changing our format a little bit, at least for a while. We usually do this in the mornings and greet you with a good morning. But this is afternoon, and we're going to be doing it in the afternoon for a while. So welcome. And I hope if you don't know where to find me, just tap on my profile and it'll bring me to my wall, and that's where you can find these messages.
Or you can see them at your convenience and your time period because they're also on your website.
They're also on naturalshaman.com as well as YouTube, and just look for Glenn Willard on YouTube, and you can catch them all there as well, and even Twitter. And my Twitter handle is BearPaw101, I believe. I'll have to check that, and if I'm mistaken, I'll correct it later. But anyway, we just finished our afternoon meditation. We're changing our schedule a little bit for the next week or two, probably 2 weeks, because of a major construction project that's happening, and so that's why the time change. What I got this morning was very interesting. As many of you know, my, what do you call it?
You're a natural shaman.
Yeah, well, that's the website. My major animal
Totems.
Animal totem is, well, here's one of our friends here.
Yes.
This is a bear. Yeah, when I had a radio show, I was known as the bear. And that's my animal totem. I've known that for actually all my life. But anyway, getting back to this afternoon's meditation, I connected with turtle energy, sea turtle. And is my didge handy?
Nope.
I have a didgeridoo, and on the very bottom of it is carved a sea turtle, which is what I connected with during the meditation. And it's a reminder to take things slowly, consistently. Don't get excited about what's happening around me, particularly in the world with the news and this and that. To go at my own pace. Ow, and claws. We have a cat here that's wanting attention. What else was I going to say about that? Yeah, taking things at its own pace, and it reminded me of the energy of a sea turtle. We had the opportunity to interact directly with sea turtles on the Great Barrier Reef, and we actually helped a researcher relocate a turtle egg nest because the turtle inadvertently laid the eggs below the high tide mark and they wouldn't have hatched there. So we had to physically relocate the eggs further up shore towards the middle of the island, Moria Island. Was that the name of it?
No, that was
Oh, sorry.
Australia, so that would have been and complete blank. Anyway, it's lovely.
Yeah, south end of the Great Barrier Reef, and we relocated a sea turtle nest.
Oh, but these sea turtles are the great big ones. They're huge. They lay hundreds of eggs, and they don't start laying eggs until they're 50 years old.
There are about 100 eggs in their nest.
Yeah, they're just amazing.
Yeah.
It amuses me. I can't call up the name of the Great Barrier Reef Island.
Yeah.
Pauline?
I don't know. We spent 3 days there, by the way.
Yeah, well, we spent one day and we're so fascinated. We went, nope, we got to stay.
Yes.
And the room was available, so we kept going. But
Yeah.
it was one of the more amazing experiences of our lives.
Oh, yeah. And we maybe we'll pull some pictures. Anyway, let's keep
Oh,
going.
but I see it particularly auspicious that the very large black cat, Shadow, has joined us today because my message was about cats.
Yes.
I also shared Glenn's sea turtle because I had some definite dreams about sea turtles at one point in my life. But I've always had a connection to cats. And this, of course, is Shadow.
Aim my camera down so you can get a
Shadow.
better view there.
Yes. Who's craving some attention, and after all, the humans will build a nice fire tonight. But in the the message I got today, it was talking about the independence of a cat. You know, you can train a cat only if you spend a long, long time trying to do it. They're very independent. They do what they want to do, and that's part of their independence and interest as a cat is now turning around. Okay, that's where you want to be. But a cat's independence is their sole personality. They're very true to themselves and very true to their behaviors, and would actually kind of encourage their humans to be better. But think about what they think about in terms of humans. Our behavior is always consistent towards them. In other words, we don't vary very much. We always greet them with a pleasant group of sounds, may or may not make sense, but the occasional word, oh, that word shadow is said several times, so she must think of me that way.
They recognize their names.
They recognize their names. That's about it. But they recognize the voice, and they recognize their humans. If they hear other voices in the house, both of these cats were wild cats before they decided to live with us. The house is not interesting. It's kind of like, oh, this is a little too dangerous.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here, definitely. Because that trustworthiness is because our behavior has always been trustworthy. And the Spirit was talking about that cats basically judge things by the heart. Now keep in mind they're predators and they hunt birds and they hunt mice and they have another set of behaviors, but their interaction with humans is based on what they feel about you and the fact that you have been physically truthful in your consistency of behavior. So it was a message about trusting with your heart, knowing with your heart, and consistency is a type of truth. So if the information always comes back the same way, this human's always friendly, they are trustworthy, that's not a bad way to judge events or things happening. Works very well for a cat, so there's some wisdom there.
Yeah, so cats trust their hearts, and so should we.
Definitely. That might be the message for the day, as well as sea turtles following their path or schedule at the right time in the right place. St. Helene's Island.
That sounds right.
St. Helene's Island's the name of the last island of the Great Barrier Reef chain.
Do you need to cough or drink?
Yeah, I do. I'm losing my voice here. That's okay. We'll update you on the interesting project underway, too, as it gets a little more interesting to look at. Right now, it's a big junk mess.
Oh, everywhere. It kind of generates a confusion and chaos.
It's a construction site. You destroy before you build.
And we had to move a whole bunch of stuff that gets in the way of everything else. So it's mass chaos for a couple of weeks. So that's why we're shifting our schedule to afternoons for a while. So,
but we thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
And we continue to meditate regularly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
we can't miss that.
We'll be able to share
So
things.
we'll still be sharing just at a different time of day.
Yep.
So thanks. See you next time.
See you next time.
Blessings.
Blessings upon you.